pork and fennel sausage roll.
Rob's pork and fennel sausage roll is the best I've ever had. It just melts in your mouth.
Okay, so we're gonna make a pork and fennel sausage roll.
Let's see it.
We're gonna make a mirepoix.
Turn the pot on.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, thank you. Oil, red onion, carrot, celery, lots of garlic. We fresh grind the fennel, and there is plenty of it in there. White pepper, kosher salt, thyme.
Got it.
We are gonna cook these for about 2 hours. We're gonna caramelize them.
Okay, you said caramel.
That's me imitating you.
Just do American for me.
So what we have here is we have some mirepoix that we stuck into this pot. We have some fennel seeds, and we ground them fresh. So now I'm going south. Now, white pepper, salt, thyme. Did I sound American?
I don't know what you sounded like.
Let's do the sausage. Pork shoulder, which we grind here. Our cooked mirepoix.
Breadcrumbs?
Yeah.
Is this from something left over here?
It is, our sourdough. We are going to roll this out into our sausage logs. Put all of those into the freezer.
And the puff pastry?
We use a 1,000-layer pastry technique.
Can't wait to see this.
We're going to start with some AP flour, salt, butter, apple cider vinegar, water, and we're going to make a big dough.
Okay.
And now we're going to sheet that, fold that puff pastry, and we're going to create 1,000 layers with butter in between. So when we put it in the oven, the steam from the butter cooking is going to make that pastry puff up.
Got it.
So now, frozen sausage. We're going to run a little egg wash because this is kind of our glue.
Okay.
Another little egg wash, and then we're going to seam it so that it doesn't pop open.
Got it.
So egg wash, sesame seed.
This is gonna get baked off what temp?
350, 30, 35 minutes.
And that's all she wrote. You're getting this creaminess and this butter and this moisture from the puff pastry. Then you're getting a ton of it from the pork. All that fat that the sourdough breadcrumbs soaked up, plus all the mirepoix, copious amounts of fennel. I mean, like Fennel City. That's not a sausage sandwich.
No.
It's not a pig in a blanket. It is its own entity, and it is dynamite.
Thank you.
The pork and fennel sausage roll.
It's moist and the fennel is perfect.
The Chuleta cancan.
This is like the Flintstone Brontosaurus type pork chop.
Once you mix it with the white rice and the beans, it's like a perfect plate.
We are going to make chuleta cancan. It's a
Okay.
big pork chop.
Holy moly. I don't think I've ever seen a chop like that.
Yeah, they're very unique.
You've got the pork chop. This is the back. Now you come down the side. Here's your ribs.
That's a rib.
Wow. This thing is just riddled with flavor. The only challenge to this is how to cook this all together and not have these loins become dry by the time these sides and rib areas become tender.
So that's why we brine them. Add salt.
Just a tiny bit of salt.
Yes.
So these are brined overnight.
Next, we are going to season them. Salt and oregano, garlic salt, sofrito, and then oil.
Okay. And why are we making two?
Well, I guess one for you and one for me.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so now we are going to add the annatto, especially around the edge because we want the annatto to make the skin very crispy.
The annatto seed is ground up to make the achote powder to give a nice, beautiful red hue to this.
Then we're gonna bake them for 15 minutes at 350
For 15 minutes, that's it.
because then after that, we fry them to order.
Let's see it, sister.
We're gonna eat this pork chop with white rice, garnish it with some recao, the beans with the pumpkin, sweet plantains, garnish it with chimichurri, and you're ready to go.
When are the other guys gonna show up?
The ones that are gonna share this with
Yeah.
you?
The rest of the football
team.
team.
You need to call them.
Well, I'll tell you this right off the bat, that's dangerous. Chimichurri's dynamite. The presentation, of course, is amazing. The meat on the bone, surrounded by the fat. When you can get a bite of the pork chop and the chicharron all together, that's prime time. But I don't even know why you go to all that effort to serve that pork when the rice and beans are money. This just wrecks rice and beans for every other culture. I eat that every day.
Playing the spicy pork bulgogi.
So today I got the spicy pork bulgogi. You got the gochujang sauce, you got the pickled daikon and the carrots. You put it on the lettuce wrapping, and you got a nice little crunchy combo.
We're gonna make the marinade for the spicy pork bulgogi. So we're
Okay.
gonna start with sweet onions, pineapple, ginger, green onion, garlic. We're just gonna blend that up.
Okay.
Korean chili
Chili
powder.
powder, a real staple around here, I imagine.
The michu, which is rice cooking wine.
I want some from me
Soy.
too.
Lots of soy. Now we got a little bit of mirin.
So 2 different kinds of cooking wine.
The mirin adds the sweetness. The
Right.
micho adds kind of that floral sugar.
There you go.
Gochujang paste here.
Or ketchup.
There you go, Asian ketchup, absolutely. Want it to be a little richer.
What does Little Richard have to do with this? I'm up early and I've had a lot of coffee.
Toasted sesame seeds,
That's too many. Put it back. Just kidding.
sesame seed oil.
Pork shoulder thinly sliced?
Yep. We're gonna wash it with our lemon lime soda. Drain it, and then move it right to the marinade.
How long in this?
At least 24 hours.
What sides come with this?
Pickled carrot slaw.
Okay.
We've got our white vinegar, water, sugar, and the salt right here.
Okay.
Julienne carrots and radish.
And that'll quick pickle in a few hours if need be.
We're gonna saute our pork,
Got it?
a little bit of sweet onion, julienne carrots, and then I'll finish it in the pan with some green onions.
And last but not least,
Cabbage, julienne carrots, and daikon radish. Put the rice in.
and this is a normal portion?
Yes, sir.
You know who Paul Bunyan is?
He had a blue ox. Really good guy.
There you go. And a little romaine on the side.
Put a little bit of that pork in there.
Build it up. I could drown in that. This has got a good Korean Nashville barbecue cross-play in there to it. Delicious pickled veg. A great way to try Korean food. You can tell I didn't like it, by the way. I just powered through the entire lettuce leaf, stacked up with half of the dish. Dynamite.
The bulgogi is so tender.
Zesty but sweet at the same time.
That slaw with it.
Take me to Flavor Town, son.
We use 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 beef, veal, and pork. Nice and hot.
Really break this meat apart. We don't want any big chunks.
Absolutely.
You know what? You just don't see it at fairs anymore. Meat pops. Next.
Minced shallot, minced garlic, salt, black pepper,
Okay.
a little bit of granulated garlic. Give that a stir to incorporate.
Just a little bit, though. Not a lot at all.
Just a little bit. There's also garlic in the marinara sauce.
Got it. Let it cool down before we mix it with the cheese filling.
Absolutely.
Dig it? Now we're talking about filling. That's Mount Vesuvius of ricotta.
You can never have too much cheese. About a dozen eggs. Hard skim mozzarella cheese. Grated locatelli romano. Chopped flat leaf parsley. Salt. Fresh ground black pepper. Switch it on. 2 to 3 minutes. Mix it with the meat.
Precise measurement here, or?
Very precise. Right about there. Now we'll combine that.
So we're set with the meat filling for the ravs.
Yep.
Now, was this hammered out by Paul Revere?
We found it in the basement, so you never know.
You know you don't. Into the piping bag.
And the dough is as simple gets. It's flour and eggs.
It's like music to my ears.
We'll mix it for 3 minutes.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, so the dough's had a chance to rest, and now sheet the pasta, make the ravioli.
Absolutely.
All so simple.
Get that started. And the thickest on this happens to be 7.
So lots of flour so it doesn't stick and bind.
And we'll go again. Drop it down 1 setting.
Now this will be the triple?
This will be the triple here.
Doing the triple to get it the right size so it'll go through.
Hit it with a little bit more flour. 1 setting less again. Number 3. 2. We're going down to 1.
Look at that. That's crazy.
Fillings in the piping bag, straight up and down. Roll it over. And the other half, straight with the left, cup with the right.
What is this, Karate Kid? What do you think?
Looks great.
This?
Okay, cut them, seal them, and for that, we use our fork.
That, without question, is the ultimate ravioli tool.
We had one made for you.
Dude.
Just press to seal. And that's it.
What's the next step, boss?
Get them in the water.
Now we're just waiting to cook the pasta dough itself. So give me the rundown on the marinara.
Very basic. Olive oil, garlic, and canned Italian plum tomatoes.
San Marzano?
San Marzano. And right onto the plate.
Look at that.
Touch it up with a little fresh chopped parsley and some grated locatelli romano.
Now that's a fork. That is all thrilla, no filla. You got the balance. Exact amount of creaminess. You taste the texture in the ricotta still. Then you get the texture of the meat. And the flavor's right on point with it. The marinara adds that acid, a little bit of that sting from some of that cheese right on top of it. Here, you want to try some?
Pork banh mi. Let's go, guys.
Banh mi is one of my favorites. The richness of that pate, cut with a little bit of the pickled veg, down to the richness of the head cheese.
I've eaten a lot of banh mi, but I don't know that I've ever seen head cheese.
This is like probably the favorite in my family.
So take all the leftover parts of the pig that you have, cook them down, throw them in a sandwich and some vinegary vegetables.
Exactly.
Magic.
So first start off with some pig face.
That's great.
We boil it off, take it out, slice it into small pieces. We're gonna drop the pig face in.
Drop it like it's hot.
Got pork neck, some ham as well.
Okay.
Black pepper, garlic, pink salt, sugar.
So cook this down for how long?
30 minutes.
Releases all the collagen and the juices and the fats.
Yep.
Then you'll put it into a mold, let it cool.
Yep. It's all nice and gelatinous here. Just slice it really thin.
I think I'm having the knee.
Now we're ready to build our sandwich.
All right, buddy.
Start off with a 7-inch baguette. Open it up and actually hollow out a little bit of the core.
Okay.
Garlic mayo, house-made pate.
Chicken liver?
Yep. We're gonna go with our head cheese next. Barbecue pork.
All kinds of flavor.
And then the jalou, which is like a Vietnamese bologna. Our pickled carrots and daikon. Got some cucumbers, jalapenos, and cilantro to top it off.
Gorgeous sandwich, man. Great bread. I mean, there's just so many different components. The balance is great.
Thank you.
As you chew it, you just get, oh, there it is. Oh, now I got some sour. Now I got some heat. Now I got a little jalapeno. Now I got the freshness of the cucumber. It just keeps trumping itself as you enjoy it.
Exactly.
I dig it.
Thank you.
The inside is so spongy, it really absorbs the flavor of the meat.
The pickled daikons and carrots gives it a good crunch. Scallops and belly up in the window.
This dish is to die for. Scallops melt in your mouth.
And then the cherry on top of the sundae is a pork belly, which is so rich in flavor.
What are we doing?
Got our pork belly ready for braising here. Start with onions, carrots, celery, garlic cloves, thyme, fresh sprigs. So I'm gonna roast this open, 400 for about half an hour, 45 minutes. We got our apple cider.
Usually get most of it in the pan?
I usually get most of it in there.
Okay, that's
Not
good.
every day. No, I try.
Cover it.
You got
and
it.
Go for how long?
3 to 4 hours.
Got it. What are we into?
Our parsnip puree, butter, onion, Granny Smith apples, wabam.
Was that an emerald I just heard? Was that a BAM?
So, wabam.
It's a Canada emerald.
We do things a little differently
Yes,
here,
you
I know,
do.
you know?
Stirs counterclockwise. Now the parsnips, let that cook down, and then
the cream in the water.
Puree it, make it nice and smooth and silky.
It's gonna be tasty, man.
Let's bring this all together.
Okay, scallops, salt and pepper on there, olive oil. We're gonna move right in here. We gotta treat them nice, like your lady there, bud. Back.
You put your lady in hot oil?
So while these kind of rest out, we're gonna start searing off that nice chunk of belly we got there. Here's our jus. Butter, and that's what's gonna thicken it up for us.
Let's see it, chef.
Our apple parsnip puree, beets, some snap peas, Brussels sprouts, and some green curly kale. Scallops, pork belly, waffle fries, and the jus. Voila.
That's a really good scallop, man. You cooked it perfectly. Super tender. There's great crust. The jus is a really nice compliment to it. That parsnip puree, no, it's dynamite. The time that you all are taking here to braise the belly and to serve it up with the seasonal veg carries it through. Nice job, man. Really nice job.
Scallops going in.
Just lovely and tender and moist and succulent.
The pork belly with a little bit of apple cider gives it that nice crispiness and that subtle dry flavor.
This place has created dishes that make me come back over and over and over.
Pork dumplings going to 75.
The pork dumplings, amazing, delicious, nice little spicy component. You have to get them every time you come.
Call them pot stickers, call them dumplings, you
We call them pork dumplings on the menu, but they're a little bit of a pot sticker in style because we sear them off. We're gonna start with our pork butt, grind it. We take fat back, boil it off, and mix it with some stock, puree that up.
For the flavor, the extra moisture, genius.
This is our sofrito. It's a mix of red and green apples, onions, and ginger. Tamari, sesame oil, white pepper, mushroom seasoning.
Nice umami out of that.
Yeah. So we're gonna make our tare, which is a vinegar-based sauce.
From the Guy family?
I'm not sure.
The Guittari family?
Oh, I get it now.
Is this thing on? Hello?
White peppercorns, star anise, licorice root, cinnamon.
Wing of bat?
Bitter orange peel.
Oh, eye of newt.
Yes. Toast it, and then we add water. Tamari, brown sugar. Then we'll bring that to a boil, strain it.
So now we have this fragrant soy, and this is just one of the dipping sauces that goes with the dumpling.
Chinese black vinegar, some salt, mushroom seasoning again.
Next up.
Fragrant red chili oil.
Okay.
Star anise, cloves, cassia. Cassia is a Vietnamese cinnamon. black cardamom, Szechuan peppercorn,
Oh, my jam.
dried orange peel, sand ginger, bay leaf, salt.
Oh, you can smell it going right now.
Smell it, right?
Oh,
Canola oil.
got it.
Red onions, scallions, and some ginger. And once that infuses, gochugaru,
Isn't this Korean chili?
red chili flakes. Let this steep for about an hour.
Super fragrant.
Yes.
It's the official motor oil of Flavortown Raceway. What else are we gonna make?
Chili crisp to finish everything with.
You make your own chili crisp.
We do, yes.
I am a chili crisp fiend. Teach me how to make it.
Oil, shallots, and you're looking for that GBG, the golden brown goodness, sliced garlic. Fry that till it's nice and crispy. Sliced ginger. Then we do the same thing with all of our chilies. Chile de árbol, guajillo.
Okay, pasillas, cascabel. All right.
Do our hard spices, black cardamom, star anise, some Szechuan peppercorns, and ground cumin. And so those get toasted, and then we're gonna grind up salt, sugar, mushroom seasoning, and black pepper.
Okay.
Grind up to a fine powder because it doesn't dissolve in the oil.
Then we eventually put all of this together.
Yeah, we're gonna add our shallots, garlic, and ginger, chilies. Add our spice blend.
Mix this all together.
Pull the hard spices out of our oil and stream it in.
We're done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, walk me through the wrapper dough.
Yeah, we just mix AP flour, a little bit of salt, and hot water.
Sheet this out.
Put the pork in there and pinch it. Boil them for 3 minutes.
That keeps it from drying out.
And then pan sear, getting some color on them.
And then we're gonna throw a little bit of water into it, and it's gonna be the fry and the steam at the same time. Mini explosion about ready to happen. Don't worry about that. Bring the kids down. If you understand how much I love dumplings, this is like purgatory waiting for this to happen.
Chili oil, that tare, chili crisp.
Oh, yeah.
Fried garlic, a little Fresno for some heat, sliced scallions.
My gang name is Dumpling Killer. What? It's umami bommy. Dynamite. It's rich. Chili crisp is a perfect. You need the Fresno because there's so much boom, boom, boom going on. The oil is a nice little spice note. Just in the name of science. I normally don't like to have 3 dumplings in a minute, but for you guys, I'm doing this. Like my dad used to say, it's not if I want more tacos, it's do I need more tacos. I understand now, Dad.
What's up, y'all? I have some pork dumplings.
The pork is absolutely delicious.
You get the bit of the crisp from the searing, a total flavor explosion.
2 more Korean pork tacos going down.
The Korean pork tacos are amazing. Very unique flavor to Kansas City.
Spicy, sweet. I love the kimchi over the top. That's kind of a nice little treat.
What are we getting into now?
Korean pork tacos, and we're gonna start off with our pork loin.
Okay.
We're gonna throw it in our Korean pork slather.
The slava.
Start off with some whole garlic,
Chili darble, a lot of ginger.
soy sauce, plenty of onion, rice wine vinegar, sesame oil,
This is the key right here.
Korean chili powder, sugar.
And there's your slather.
Let it rest overnight.
And then for service,
Cook it up with some of our homemade kimchi.
we're making kimchi.
Oh, yeah. Napa cabbage cut down. We got some non-ionized salt, a ton of water in that.
Pull the moisture out, wilt the cabbage.
Now we're gonna make the slurry.
The slurry.
Now we're gonna make the slurry.
Get ready, folks. He's making the slurry next.
Some rice vinegar, lime juice. We love the ginger. Dried chilies, sliced garlic. Cabbage is drained. Dump that right over here.
Nice big chunks of
Oh, yeah.
ginger and garlic.
Green onions,
Shredded daikon, Korean chili powder.
sugar. I'll let it set for at least 3 days. It's gonna get funky.
It gets funky.
We're gonna make some tacos. We're gonna cook up our pork that we've slathered overnight. Here's our homemade kimchi. Put it on top and let the juices meld together for a minute.
Tortillas ready?
Baja slaw,
That's a lot of baja.
Korean pork, ginger infused hoisin drizzle, cilantro, toasted sesame seeds. You got this. That's a good bite. It's good from here.
Thank you very much, camera. It's really good. The pork's a nice play. It's a good amount of spice. Kimchi's got the funk, got a little bit of heat. Korean is what you're trying to invoke. You did it.
Right on. Korean bulgogi pork.
Oh, they're so good. They're just this smoky, fire flavor.
Signature biscuits and sausage gravy. So who taught you how to make biscuits and gravy?
My mom
Okay, so a bunch of flour.
put some bacon powders in there too.
Wow. What is that measuring spoon? What is that? Let me see this. Whose gravy boat did you snag that out of?
Mom brought it home in her purse.
Evidently.
My mom taught me how to make biscuits here, and pie dough, and
This table.
this table right here.
Wow.
Now we're gonna add some milk. Okay, that looks pretty good.
That's the consistency we're looking for.
That's it.
You have mixed them about as little as possible.
Well, you gotta be nice to your biscuits. Hey, you want me to show you?
Oh, boy.
Why?
You gotta get a good twist on it. Look at him go, folks. He's got it now. He's going all the way to management. And we get the trays.
While the biscuits bake up, Brian browns the sausage for the gravy. Mom's recipe also?
Mom's recipe. We're gonna put a little salt in here, some pepper.
Now what?
We add the milk.
Whoa!
Hot stuff. Give it a whisk or two.
That's thick, bro.
It is thick. If this stands up, it's ready.
That's a real deal biscuit right there.
Pad Thai pork, please.
All right, Nikki, what are we gonna make first?
Gonna make the tamarind sauce for Pad Thai.
For the pad thai noodles?
Yes, just like that.
What's this cooking in the back?
That is pork and salt and a little bit soup base for make a broth.
Pork, salt, and chicken
Yeah,
paste.
just
Okay.
like that.
That's tamarind paste?
Yes. Sugar, like this.
There you go.
And a little bit salt. Paprika. And you cook like this for 3 hours. Good.
So now we've got our tamarind sauce. The wok is hot?
Yes, hot.
Let's do it.
We're gonna put oil, sweet radish.
Sweet radish and garlic.
Yep.
And pork. And that's it for the pork?
Yep. Gonna put noodle.
Right in like that?
Yes, just like that.
And the tamarind sauce goes right in. So all the flavors that are developing in there are gonna rehydrate the noodles.
Yep. You like spicy? I can put now.
Yeah, I like spicy.
Yeah.
Ah!
That is good.
Is that how much I got last time?
Yeah. You think that's spicy?
I was sweating.
I'm gonna put a little bit add broth so it not burn.
Dennis says when he's in trouble, you make his food very spicy.
Yes, just like that. Just punishing.
Punishing.
Yes.
Tell me that does not look good. There's even egg in the dish, and I'm eating it. You know it's got to be good.
I'm gonna throw this bean sprout and onions. Then we're done. I'm gonna put in the plate. Okay, and also the peanut. Too spicy?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, the tamarind sauce.
Yes.
That's really what gets the whole party started. A little sweet there, crunchy peanut. You get a touch of the chili flake coming through. I love that the noodles are really al dente. It's authentic. You make it just like you make for your family?
This my family like it like this, and my mom cook like this. That's it. Cooking is fun.
You're fun, Nikki. Huh? I tell you what, real deal.
I have the pad thai right here.
Delicious. It's rich, it's got great meat and spice flavors to it.
Pork chislic sandwich in the window.
What are we doing first?
Our barbecue base.
Okay.
Tomato sauce, brown sugar, molasses, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, liquid smoke,
The quadruplets of umami.
OJ, paprika, garlic powder, stone ground mustard,
Turn into a 3-hour cooking show.
onion powder, dry mustard, fish sauce.
You took that right out of Justin's briefcase.
The quintuplets of umami.
Yeah, yeah. Tamarind paste, salt and pepper, a little garlic salt, sugar. Let this get heated up a little bit. We're gonna split it up 3 ways.
It's a mother sauce to make a sweet sauce, and it's a mother sauce to make a spicy sauce.
Yep.
A theme in variations.
That's what I was gonna say.
We'll tighten it up a little slurry.
You know, I love hydrocolloids. Cornstarch is one of them. But you all knew that, right? Come on.
He uses words that you and I can't spell.
Yeah. And then we'll add our stuff to make it sweet.
Butter,
Brown sugar, honey.
time for the famous Chislic.
Cut off a little bit of pork here.
Cubing it evenly is so that it all cooks at the same time and same temperature.
We don't skewer it? I heard the old thing was we skewered all Chislic.
The patron could be doing the skewering themselves via a toothpick.
Drop it in the fryer for right about 90 seconds.
All right, chef.
We're gonna make some coleslaw. It's gonna go on top of our sandwich. Some shredded green cabbage, mayo, red cabbage, some of our house honey mustard.
You make that also?
We do. Sugar, kosher salt. This is our house dry rub. We got white pepper, black pepper, garlic salt, onion powder, apple cider vinegar. We got our Chislic fried off. Right over to the flat top. Sweet barbecue sauce.
Taking Chislic to another dimension, right?
Totally. Chislic and cheese.
Swiss. Domi for my homie.
It's getting steamy.
Toast off a bun.
I'm very excited about this.
Slaw on it. Crispy onion strings. Drizzle a little barbecue on there.
All right, chef, one for you and one for me. Justin, tell me how this looks when I take a bite of it.
Sure, it's gonna look great.
All right, Justin, go ahead.
Well, really?
Watch me eat this. Well, That's lights out, bro.
It's all the flavors of a great pork barbecue sandwich, but with just texture after texture after texture.
The entire piece of pork is caramelized. You were talking about that. The cut was critical to make sure that you have the right ratio between how crispy it's gonna be on the outside and how tender and juicy it'll be on the inside. And it's the perfect balance of it.
The sweetness is there, but it's not overly sweet.
One element takes over the top. To me, the Swiss cheese. It's that little bit of funk that's in the back of it that ties it all together.
If you're not a fan of Chislic, this is like gateway Chislic.
Crunch burger.
I've never had anything like it before.
So what makes it crunch?
Pork rinds.
I know pork rinds, chicharrones we have in California. This is what it's coming from?
There's smoked dehydrated pork fat that we're gonna fry it. No.
Not so much crunch.
Not yet.
Let's fry them.
Let's go.
Fries up. So this is it. A little barbecue rub on there. And then these will actually go on the burger?
They actually go on top of the burger.
Better hurry up, make them.
All right.
All. One burger or two burgers?
Well, you get 2 burger patties.
I'll roll out of here.
Smash them out.
Nice technique.
A little hamburger seasoning. This is minced onion, garlic, seasoned salt, a little black pepper. This is our spicy barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Put a little bit of that on the burger patty.
Same basis of how you start your other barbecue sauce?
It is exactly the same, followed by some cheddar cheese. Now we have to do secret stuff. All right, burger's ready. Juke sauce.
Who?
Juke sauce comes from down in Mississippi, juke joints. Cheesy goodness. And last but not least, pork rinds. That's a crunch burger.
I like it.
Smash.
That chicharron in there. The juke sauce is great too. Burgers cook perfectly. Nice melt on the cheese. You got all the produce you need in there, but it's when you get that extra little crunch out of that chicharron. Dynamite burger.
Thank you.
Cooked right, seasoned right, enough ingredients, ridiculously too big, and the chicharron made it.
Thank you.
Thank you much, world champion.
Our tamale ready?
It's the best.
We're gonna make tamales.
Tamales.
I'm gonna do the pork.
Pork tamale.
So we're gonna put in a
pork butt that's been just cut up.
Cook it in the water. Put some salt, some onions, Mexican oregano, garlic, and bay leaves.
And we're just gonna cook it down.
Cook it down.
The rest of this goes in there?
Yes. Mexican oregano.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Black peppercorns, got it. The onion.
Onions, garlic, cumin.
Cumin seed, got it.
Allspice. Then we're gonna put some water. Where's my...
Well, why don't we put the water from the peppers? What does sabroso mean?
Delicious.
Sabroso.
You get upset? We're gonna add the peppers. That's the guajillo and...
California, chili d'arbro. Okay. Now we go to the hot oil?
Yes.
Gonna strain it a little bit because there's some solid.
This is what you wanna hear.
Oh, it's sauce. My mouth. Shit. The flavor jets are turning on. How long is that gonna cook, Chef?
20 minutes.
And then we'll be ready to take and add it to the pork.
There you go.
So now we have the masa.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna put the salt.
Little baking soda.
Yeah.
To puff it a little bit.
Vegetable shortening.
Now we're gonna put the pork stock into the masa.
Then we're gonna start mixing it up all together.
So I got the pork. Oh yeah. Sabroso. Skins.
The masa.
Okay. You soften them in the water so they're pliable.
There you go.
Okay. Over.
Just roll it. There you go. You know how to make tamales.
I made a few tamales in my day. This is a tamale pot. See how that sits above the water as they cook. All right, Chef, we ready? Whoa!
Look at
that. They're delicious. The masa has great texture. The pork is delicious, not too spicy, and you got a good ratio. It's not a bunch of masa and a little bit of pork inside. This is like a nice 50-50.
Tres hombre sandwich. We're gonna build our dry rub for our pulled pork.
Let's see it.
Coarse ground black pepper, kosher salt, a little paprika, chili powder.
brown sugar, granulated garlic, and granulated onion. We're gonna take our Boston butt, apply a yellow mustard and pickle brine slather.
Okay.
Rub the butt pretty heavily with our dry rub. They'll smoke for about 12 hours.
Okay, on to the brisket.
And again, we're gonna start with black pepper, kosher salt, paprika, a little cayenne.
My homies.
Granulated garlic, granulated onion, cumin, Mexican oregano.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. The mustard and pickle brine slather.
Dry rub.
And then this is gonna go for how long?
About 16 to 18 hours. We're gonna make our signature house thick sauce.
What are we missing? A ballet slipper and an engine block.
We're gonna toast 3 types of chilies, and we're gonna be caramelizing some onions. So while that's going, we're gonna start the tea. Oil.
Good, let's get every pot, every ingredient.
Garlic. Water, toasted peppers.
Let them steep.
20 minutes. Take all this and pour it into a blender, puree it.
Got it.
We're gonna start the next step with the caramelized onions.
Okay.
Add molasses to that. Cook that down. We're gonna add the tea that we made, ketchup,
apple cider vinegar,
brown sugar,
cumin, chili flake, whole grain mustard, kitchen sink, eye of newt, wing of bat,
pickling brine, soy, lemon juice,
cayenne,
salt. Cook it for an hour to an hour and a half.
We're done. We're gonna put the tres hombres together.
Habanero fontina, pulled pork, thick sauce, beef brisket, a little more thick sauce, pickled red onions.
Okay. Oh, how cute. We'll put the little hat on it.
Just for you.
I'm not gonna be a sharp-dressed man after this. This is a monster. Delicious brisket. Love the sausage. Pulled pork's nice and tender. It's legit. It's real deal. It's great flavor. Well done, chef.
Thank you. Tres hombres.
You have to really press it down to fit in your mouth.
The brisket is very tender. It's really delicious.
Pork mac in the window. The barbecue pork mac and cheese, all around, just a very flavorful dish.
Oh, I think it's kind of a guilty pleasure, actually.
What dish are we making first?
Pulled pork on macaroni and cheese with barbecue sauce.
The health craze is taking over Fargo.
We're gonna make the spice rub for our pulled pork. Brown sugar, paprika, chili powder, cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder,
kitchen sink,
dried oregano, coriander, cinnamon, nutmeg,
fenugreek,
dry mustard powder,
sumac,
chipotle powder.
Nothing else you want to add to it? Why weren't you guys friends in high school?
Well, I didn't get the seat at the cool kid table.
Well, who's the one on the show right now?
The tables have turned, yeah.
Oh, how you enjoying the lobby?
We're gonna take our pork. We score it a little bit. We want the salt to be in every little square inch.
Really work its way through.
Yeah. Black pepper as well. Pork rub. Now we're doing the mustard. This has vinegar in it, which is gonna help break down a lot of the connective tissue that we have here.
We're gonna grill it with the mustard.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's like that char flavored. Now we're gonna get our braising liquid together. Beer, cola, cider vinegar, some Worcestershire, liquid smoke.
A lot of it.
Salt.
Pour this in.
Braise this for about 2.5 hours, just until you can shred it.
Dig it. Next up, mac and cheese.
Half and half.
In the double boiler, so it doesn't have direct flame contact, so it doesn't burn it.
Heavy cream, cream cheese, shredded white American cheese.
Do you think you want to get a bigger pot, chef?
Shredded cheddar, no. It'll mix. Got to give it some time.
Oh, I'll get the time for you. What do you want?
No, I need my assistant back.
Alan!
You're into Gouda? All right.
It's so Gouda.
A little Guy bird feeder. Just put some Gouda out there. Now we're gonna make our little sauce mixture for the mac sauce. Buffalo sauce, salt, pepper, onion and garlic.
Stir that up.
Add it to our sauce. Take our immersion blender and make sure everything gets incorporated properly.
What do we have left?
Barbecue sauce, ketchup, Dr. Pepper, Worcestershire, cider vin, brown sugar, paprika, cayenne, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, bay leaves, salt. Bring it up to a boil and then simmer for about a half an hour.
Gosh, there's a lot of ingredients in this monster.
Take a little bit of oil, pork, let this sear off. Noodles into our mac sauce, plate our pork sauce.
This comes with a side of treadmill. Pickled jalapenos. It's a dynamite dish. Everything's gotta be right. Any one part of this not being right, you just put two sides together and call it the main dish. That's right on top of right and added some more right. The pork is delicious and not dried out. The barbecue sauce has got fantastic tang and not overly sweet. The mac sauce Gives you that thin, silky, creamy texture. And the real kicker to the whole thing is the diced jalapenos, a little bit of the acidity, a little bit of the heat. Delicious dish. I mean, like, really have to take it away from me. I want to eat it all kind of dish.
You got the barbecue pork or mac and cheese.
The pulled pork has a really nice flavor, and the mac and cheese is nice and gooey.
So juicy. Best burger in town.
Let's do the Dutch burger.
Okay.
Chop the bacon, small squares.
The bacon is going on top?
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna crust it on the burger.
Gonna crust it?
Yep. Make a little bit of the bacon. It's going with blue cheese.
Interesting.
People love bacon and blue cheese. 8 ounces.
So you're hoping that that all sticks together?
Yes.
You think you got it?
Yeah, don't say anything.
What, is it quiet time right now? We don't want to scare it?
Concentration. There we go. That's the burger right there.
Who made this up?
I did.
This is your idea?
Yes.
That's awesome. Now what?
The Aleppo spread.
The Aleppo?
chili spread, yeah. Aleppo is the chili from Syria.
It tastes like hot paprika.
Yeah. We have roasted garlic. We need to brine it up.
And what are you going to do with the oil?
We got to use it for the spread, actually.
Oh, it smells awesome.
A couple eggs.
Gonna work as some binder.
A little bit of salt, pepper, blend it up.
We're now putting in the garlic oil.
Aleppo pepper and lemon juice.
Good to crush you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Squeeze it, and that's it. It's Aleppo spread right there.
Give me all that to go.
Take it.
Let's make the burger.
All right.
Oil down, bacon goes down first.
Yep. Salt and pepper. We need to use this press.
We gotta make sure the bacon cooks all the way through.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't cook all the way through...
And when you flip it, all the flavor come out.
Go.
Flip the burger. There it is.
Holy crustification. And it's just sitting there cooking in that bacon fat galore.
Burger bun.
He's so killer.
Here we go.
The bacon smashed on it. And you guys make your own fries too?
Yes, every morning. Let's put some spread.
Good fry, man. Thank you. Stand back, this will get messy. Drum roll, please. This is juice. Dude, it's probably the juiciest burger you're gonna try. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bounds, and this is out of bounds. This thing is righteous.
Thank you.
Dude, take a look here at how the bacon and the cheese have just melded. Killer burger. This is a cross between Hodad's and Squeeze In. I mean, this is up there at that level of burger greatness. Something so simple, done so right. Grand slam. Awesome.
That's burger.
It's just delicious every time I come here. It's a whole burger of bacon, which certainly I've never heard of anywhere except for here.
The mayo and the freshly baked bread, it's just delicious.
What are we gonna make?
Bacon.
All right, man, let's get into it.
Brown sugar.
Fresh ground black pepper.
Pink salt. Kosher salt.
How many bellies you guys doing in a week?
8 to 12.
So no 9, 10, or 11.
Well, because 2 come per pig.
I'll be over here.
Cure our pork belly now, 7 to 10 days.
What are you smoking it with?
Applewood, 4 to 6 hours at 160 until it gets a nice mahogany. I grind it and make a 9-ounce patty.
You give them 9 ounces of bacon on this thing?
Well, and the lean meat that binds it together.
This I gotta say. Beautiful bacon, dude.
Put that on the grill, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Can I just have this on a stick? All that effort to make this great bacon, and now we're gonna grind it up.
Yeah.
And then make the patty and we're done?
Pretty much. And I season it with some kosher salt and white pepper. Cook it in the wood-fired oven.
You make the bread also?
Yeah, potato bread. It's like half potatoes and half flour. Boiled rusteds.
This is more potato than bread. I've never seen potato bread at this level.
We go in with our water.
Fresh yeast, super critical. Some olive oil.
AP flour, bread flour, salt. Mix it for about 12 minutes, let it proof for about an hour till it doubles in size.
Portion it out.
Roll them out into the Kaiser shape, let them proof and approximately double in size.
What temperature are you gonna make it at?
350, about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Toasted Kaiser.
Okay.
Get a little bit of mayonnaise on it. Nice heirloom tomatoes.
Gorgeous.
Some organic greens. Tiny bacon patty over here.
I've never seen that much bacon on a BLT.
Top it with our Kaiser for you. House-made onion rings.
You ready? That's a monster. Well, this is what everybody wants a BLT to be like. You're getting the volume of a burger, the flavor of the bacon, the whole top of that patty is just all that crispy, crunchy, unctuous flavor. Then on the inside, it's super tender. It's just done perfectly. I mean, it's BLT of another level. You are a dangerous man.
Thank you very much.
One prosciutto bread, please. Stuffed prosciutto bread, my most favorite thing that Dolce Clemente serves.
Filled with all different varieties of meat.
Stuffed prosciutto bread? Hit it.
First, we're gonna put it in the prosciutto.
So quiet.
Next, we'll put the ham in, mortadella.
Ground up mortadella. That should have been my middle name.
Next, we're gonna put the superstar in.
Where'd this recipe come from?
My grandfather. Pepperoni. During the holidays, we'll sell between 15 and 20,000 of these Christmas week.
I'm sorry, 15 to what?
20,000.
Of this?
Of these.
And you break them all here?
All here. I put the provolone last so it can grab all the meat that's left inside there.
I dig it.
I'm gonna put the crushed black pepper in.
I would like a snow cone of that, please. Just for science. That's so good. Don't touch that.
We're gonna make the dough now, so we're gonna dump the water in the mixing bowl. Yeast.
Salt and sugar together.
Next is the oil.
Type of flour we're working with?
High gluten.
Like a pizza dough flour.
Like a pizza dough flour, yep.
On the mixer, how long?
About 10, 12 minutes. Then we portion it, then we let it rest overnight.
Okay.
This is how we've been doing it for years in my family. Push it down on one side, you flip it over, and you make sure you got enough on the other side. And you pick it up and fold it over from the outside, and start kneading it forward. You just roll it.
That's the official football of Flavortown. I gotta see that again. Set some music to it for me. Maybe Italian opera. Then we bake it off. What temp?
350, 38 minutes.
Not 37?
38, exactly.
Too pretty to cut.
No, you gotta cut one and try it.
All right.
All right.
Stromboli gone wild.
You take some olive oil, extra virgin, some locatelli.
I'm setting these out for Christmas.
Just a little parsley to dress it up. So here you go.
It's too pretty to eat. No, it's not. That is ridiculous. When you cook these Italian meats and you let all the fat cook into the dough, you just get all the flavor. The depth of flavor in this is massive. The key, though, is how you cook the meat on the outside of the bread.
Gives it that crunch.
Out of bounds. Seriously, out of bounds.
Thank you.
Oh, you want this for sure. Trust me. One more bite just for you.
An order of prosciutto bread.
You can eat it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Fox Brothers Burger up in the window.
The Fox Brothers Burger is a mouthful.
It's sort of a misnomer to call it a burger. It's not a burger at all. It's brisket.
You can tell it's just smoked all day on the hickory, and your hair smells like it when you leave, and that's how you know you're at a good barbecue joint.
All right, let's get after it.
This is certified Angus beef. Just trim down this fat just a little bit. Now we're gonna season our brisket with our salt and pepper seasoning.
Brisket with salt and pepper. That is as Texas as it comes. Now we're gonna go to the smoker?
We're gonna go to the smoker.
Great.
We cook it overnight, 10 to 12 hours at 200, 205 degrees.
Basically as low as it'll go.
Yep.
Let's go. So now what are we into?
Our homemade barbecue sauce.
Bring it, doctor.
We got a homemade ketchup. We got some vinegar.
Distilled white?
Yep.
Next up?
Hot sauce.
Anybody particular?
Texas Pete, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Texas
Made in Carolina.
Texas Pete, made in Carolina, used in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Next up?
Black pepper. Granulated garlic.
Blackstrap molasses.
Yep.
Okay.
Brown sugar. Worcestershire sauce. Chili powder.
Was that silent grunting?
Yeah, that's what we do in the South. When you like something, you just go,
Onion powder.
Onion powder.
And last but not least?
Salt. Just let it come at the tip and simmer for about 30, 40 minutes.
Beautiful. What are we making now?
We're making pimento cheese.
Let's get into it.
Cheddar cheese. Pepper jack cheese.
you know what, if you're gonna try it, I just feel like I should try it
You
too.
better get right in there.
Mayonnaise. Pimentos. A little pepper. And for some heat, cayenne pepper. Mix it up by hand. Let's make a patty for our Fox Brothers burger.
All right, let's make a burger.
So we're gonna take this brisket.
Oh my gosh, that's good. Get after it, Zorro.
We got some of our house-made jalapeno mayo right here. Pimento cheese patty. And we're gonna take this beautiful thing and throw it under the salamander.
We gotta hurry up and get this burger out before Rutledge eats all of the other brisket. Rutledge!
I'm sorry.
Here we go, hit it.
Take our toasted bun. We got some of our peppered bacon, a couple pickles, tomato, onion.
That's a chopped beef sandwich called it a burger.
Called a burger.
I like it.
Oh, that's a great burger.
You just like cleaning up over there like a lion that just ate a gazelle.
I don't know what happened. I went after mine.
It's super tender brisket. When you chop that brisket up, you get a chance to incorporate that fat.
Yeah.
So it makes it even a little bit more unctuous. And adding the pimento cheese and adding the veggies on top of it brings that burger element to it.
That's Fox Brothers right there. Damn, man. Come on.
That's full speed, man. That's all throttle, no bottle, man. That is just getting it done.
Here's your macaroni.
Just kind of like a meat overload.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah.
How are we gonna start the dough?
We make a poulish. For me, it's all about the dough and the slow rise and the fermentation.
Let's see it.
First thing we're gonna do is add some water, a teeny bit of yeast, and then the flour.
Now we mix this up?
Yep, for about 5 or 6 minutes until it's nicely incorporated, no lumps. And then we let it sit about 17 hours in the basement.
Make one for today that we're gonna use for tomorrow.
Yep, exactly.
Take it. Okay, poulish is ready.
Yes.
Oh, if they made cologne, this should be the Guy Fieri brand of cologne.
Eau de pou. We're gonna dump the poulish in. Look at that. Next, we're gonna add Italian flour, and then some more yeast, some cold water, and last, some Italian sea salt.
We're gonna let this proof up?
Yes, and now we'll mix her up.
10 minutes?
The key is to mix it just enough. You don't want to get the glutens too stretchy and tight. Cover it up, let it sit for about 10 minutes, cut it into 9-ounce dough balls, put it into a dough tray, and then put it in the cooler overnight.
So this isn't a 24-hour dough, this is a 48-hour dough.
Yep, it's a 2-day process.
Oh, it's gonna have really nice yeasty flavor.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to open a bakery.
Yeah.
And call it the Yeasty Boys.
I like it.
West Coast.
Minnesota.
So give me the rundown. What are we making?
We're making our house-made fennel sausage. We have ground Berkshire pork. We add toasted fennel seed, fresh chopped garlic,
So chili flake?
salt, and freshly ground pepper, which we grind ourselves, of course.
You have to.
Yep.
She's saying all the things there. It's like music.
We massage the pork.
This is gonna make a happy pizza.
And then we're just gonna flatten it out a little bit. 400 degrees.
15, 20 minutes?
Yep.
Got it. Next up.
Our house red sauce. Start off with some fresh ground California tomatoes.
Stanislaus?
Yes. How'd you guess?
From Cali.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, west side. And then Stanislaus, red pear tomatoes, tomato puree, salt, dried basil, dried oregano, granulated garlic, and a little bit of onion powder. Whisk her up.
Wish I could get some of this to go. Next up.
Let's make a macaroni.
No throw?
No, that's just for show.
You don't believe centrifugal force has anything play in it?
Maybe, but you know, this is just a 9-inch pizza.
Oh, okay. Well.
The house red sauce, Wisconsin, mozzarella, fennel sausage that we made earlier, natural casing pepperoni.
Audio bypass? Adios.
Stick it in the oven.
So we're running the deck right around, what'd you say?
Between 550, 600.
Okay.
Yep. They cook fast. You don't have to wait long for a pizza pie here.
Throw a final crisp on it?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Look at that right there. Look how thin that is. We got this heirloom pork with the real fat and the real flavor, and the fennel's rocking this. A lot of people say, oh, sausage and pepperoni. I've had that all the time. This is way beyond your everyday pizza joint on the corner, sausage and pepperoni. You gotta try this one.
It's the most heightened, delicious pepperoni sausage pizza you've ever had. You're like, this is what pepperoni is supposed to taste like.